Emmy and Tony Award-winning actress Kristin Chenoweth got her start on Broadway and some of TV's biggest shows and has been guest starring for the past 2 seasons on Glee.
Hey, Tinkles, give me maybe this time in B flat.
Now she's pulling double duty on the Broadway stage and the big screen, starring in Promises, Promises and in the film You Again, currently in theaters nationwide.
Bonjour, guten Tag, hola, aloha, konnichiwa.
But what were Soulja Boy, Kristin, and Jay Sean's lives like before they were household names? Before they were a YouTube sensation, a triple threat, and scoring hits from east to west? What were they up to when they were 17?
When I was 17, we lived in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. I was the popular, geeky girl.
Like a little pixie, very perky. She always had a smile on her face and was friendly with everybody.
I had friends that were in the smoke hole. And I had friends that were in the choir. Me. But I was also a Tigette, which is a pom-pom girl. When I was 17, I looked like Belinda Carlisle. I had her exact haircut. I wore big earrings. I wore a lace bow in my hair tied to the side at all times. I was petite, so it was very hard for me to find clothes. I remember the store Lane Bryant had just come into the malls, and I thought, oh, great, Lane Bryant, a new store. I walk in, I'm 4'11", I weighed 95 pounds. This store is for larger size women. And I went in and said, do you guys have zeros? I thought I was gonna get killed. They're like, by the way, the food court's down that way, and get out.
Back in 1985, Kristin was touched by a pop sensation.
I loved Madonna. I worshipped her. I didn't really care that she couldn't sing, and by the way, I still don't care, and I think she's improved. When I was 17, before heading off to college, what was really popular was the Jane Fonda movement. So I became a certified aerobics instructor. It was a great job to have for the summer.
The ladies loved her because she was fun and bubbly. Everybody enjoyed being there, whether they were getting a good workout or not.
Unfortunately, part of the job was making calls out of the phone book, saying, would you like to join the club? Those were the parts of the job that I was not very good at. So I had a friend suggest, why don't you do singing telegrams? I thought, duh, I'm born for that. So I signed up. My parents did not know about it. They thought it might be dangerous.
Perfect job for her, but it probably wasn't the safest job ever.
Anyway, I was asked to dress up like Little Bo Peep and sing You've Lost That Loving Feeling to a Man. So, knock, knock, knock. I'm dressed as Little Bo Peep. You've lost that loving feeling. Oh, that. He is devastated. I'm like, what's the matter? He'd had a vasectomy. What do you do with that? What bothers me most is why the friends wanted me dressed as Little Bo Peep. But I did it. I did it. I got $80.
Wonder what Kristin Chenoweth, Soulja Boy, and Jay Sean were watching when they were 17? In 1985, Kristin idolized a John Hughes ingenue.
My favorite movie when I was 17 was The Breakfast Club, because I thought it was cool that there was a lead girl that had red hair. I wanted to be Molly Ringwald. I don't know a teenager back then who didn't. When I was 17, I was on the drill team. We'd already been cheerleaders, so we were practicing to try out again. My friend, Paige, who was one of my best friends, who was the taller one on the squad, and I was the lightest one on the squad, so I was always on top, and I was in what you call a monkey grab. And basically, she's holding me up underneath my armpits, and I'm in the splits, holding myself up in the splits. Go! 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 Somehow, I got dropped. And what hit the floor first was my coccyx bone, what I like to call the smash. And my dad said he heard it. Once I finally got up, I could not put my legs together, and I do not mean that in a nasty way. 2 days later was tryouts. I decided, because I'm type A, that I was going to try out no matter what. I asked the principal to tell the judges that I'd smashed my
She probably did say to her principal. I wouldn't be surprised.
And that, to please take that into consideration, that I was always the most spirited. I had so much spirit. And do you know that I made that squad? I did my cheer and I did everything, but I didn't move my legs, and I still made it. My never been the same, never.